It's week 3 of the NFL. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Titans and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 15 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
But good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 31, Cousins. A quick throw, but incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. There goes an impressive 31-yard gain.
A very little momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. The Raiders at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got it. Touchdown, Raiders. Julio Jones. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time. They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And Davis has it over the middle. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Taken down at the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their... Following the interception, Cousins completing it here to Marvin Jones. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, and they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. On 3rd down, Cousins. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. On on the ground. It's Mostert to start the drive. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And complete to Lewis over the middle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
A gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
A first down throw for Cousins. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Zerline on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect them. First down, here's Cousins. Complete to Zacchaeus. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. And that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000. And Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To the air again, it's Cousins. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing. On first down. Rodgers. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. Cousins on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Olamide Zaccheaus, as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Russell Gage, a touchdown reception. From there, we make the short trip up I-65 to check in on the Bears at home, Soldier Field in Chicago. And you can see they lead the visiting Houston Texans at halftime. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've gone to the half in that one with the visiting Saints out on top. Michael Pittman. 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. On now to a check on the next gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. And meanwhile, for the Titans, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well. To throw, Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Nick Chubb on the carry.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. They go up the middle with Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Fair catch made at the 14.
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing is... Cousins now. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll get this up past the 45 to 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Cousins throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A gain of 5 brings us 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, Raheem Mostert, remember, he established himself as a special teams guy before becoming a good runner, and he's never been one to back away from contact as he's able to run through would-be tacklers there on his way downfield.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. That time a 6-play drive.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
And again, it's Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers going to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rodgers now on 1st down.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll get this to Mims on the jet sweep. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Titans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Incomplete out of the end zone. Results with a 4th down.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Pass on the out route, caught by Smith-Schuster. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he finds enough of an open. A first carry for Samaje Perine. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Cousins a handoff. This is Perine. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Cousins gives this to Perine. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here's Cousins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. On 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And again, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One final try now for Rodgers. One last shot at the end zone. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Las Vegas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.